Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the Deja Boo Live with Founder Mark. And just want to say hi and get my camera straight here because that light in the background is really driving me bananas. So I'm going to go shut that off real quick. Be right back. Okay, I think that's more appropriate to kind of be in a dark setting, right, guys? Haunt Channel, what's up? How you been? Glad to see you here. Thanks for spending some time with us on a Sunday afternoon, wherever you may be. So this live stream today is to talk about our new site, Deja Boo, the new e-commerce site that we're dropping. And with the help of Mitch and Alex, who are both in the stream today, they're in the chat. So they'll be running the chat and helping out with that. Dr. Halloween, hello. PropX, what's up? PropX, I expect that I'm seeing you at some point soon. I think you wanted to come back up to the shop and buy some more stuff. So that's cool. Duffy, what's up? How are you? Happy Halloween. Okay, so cool. So we're talking about today the new site and what we're up to and answer some of your questions, which Alex was kind enough to put together a long list of questions that you guys had for me. We'll be able to go through some of that stuff, which will be really cool. And we also wanted to talk about, one thing that's really interesting and exciting is we're going to be covering Transworld. So we'll be at Transworld to shoot video. We might even go live there. So if you guys want to see something specific, you can follow along in the live and go and kind of direct us to things that you may want to see if you can't make it. I know this last year has just been crazy. So I'm sure a lot of you guys are excited to check that out. That's going to be a special feature. And then we'll probably take some video from there and edit it and make a nice presentation for our YouTube channel as well. So yeah, so that's the story. Those are some of the announcements that we've got in store. And I guess we'll just get right into it. Hey, Haunt Prowler, how are you? Happy Halloween. So, all right, cool. So some of the questions that came through prior to the chat today were, one thing that was interesting to me was, are we going to come up with any apparel? So for the Deja Boo apparel line, the answer to that is yes, for sure. We'll probably do some type of shop that has existing apparel, and we'll just put the logo on it so you can kind of order it as you go. So like hats, t-shirts, sweatshirts, things like that to start. UVB Halloween, what's up? And I think that'll be the beginning of that. That's something we could probably spin up pretty quickly with the help of maybe Alex and his team to get that going. And that would probably be something linked through, all of our social media and on the website, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The type of product that we're going to get into. So as you guys may have seen already, we've been starting off with some Halloween masks, really kind of like, that's in our wheelhouse. Like we have the capability to do that. It's a very simple process for us to create Halloween masks in volume. And that's what's really needed to make a successful company. You have to have some really cool designs, but you have to have the ability to sell a lot of them, right? And that's what keeps everything going. The more volume we do, the more things we can do, the more support that we get from you guys, the more we're going to reinvest that into the company to make it better, to be able to launch different product lines like animated pieces or life-size display pieces, things like that. So those will come later, but in the beginning, we're going to do some Halloween masks, and we may even get some licensed stuff as well. I have some really cool ideas for that. If you guys have some ideas for licenses that you'd like to see, please share that with us and let us know. If there's something that you want us to go after, that would be awesome. And thank you guys for the support on the hoodies and the Deja Boo shirt, Dr. Halloween, love that. So that's something that we'll do. But yeah, I mean, listen, we can't wait for the props either. That will come in time. We've been kind of like working on this in the background for a bit, and we're just starting to slow roll it out. We don't want to dump everything out at once because we're really, at this point right now, it's kind of a small thing. There's only like 3 or 4 people working on the project. And we don't want to get in too deep for 2021. But over time and every month, you guys are going to start seeing like new releases from us. So yeah. So Captain Spaulding, actually, a great character, and that's a mask that could be done for sure. I think that license is already out there with some other people, but it's something that we could consider for the future. And Pinhead too would be awesome, and the Spider Walker Reagan. Yeah, the mechanism on the Spider Walker Reagan was really difficult, and it did work. It was just we had to tweak it a lot because of the way, with the backward hands and everything. It was just to get it to actually move forward was something that you'd maybe see in like one of those Boston Dynamic videos. It was even beyond kind of a regular Halloween prop because there was some mechanics involved in making that work properly. Cool. Okay, so let's see. So we're going to do the Transworld show. We're going to cover that, and we'll have some people there. Licensed horror stuff, yes. I can see what you guys are looking for with the Reagan and the Captain Spaulding and the Pinhead and all that. Ghostface, we love. Ash and Evil Ash. Okay, Prop X, I hear you. We'll put that on the list. Jelly beans. I mean, yeah, I like jelly beans. My favorite flavor, cherry, of course. I mean, is there any other flavor? If you eat the black jelly bean, you're a psycho. Like you could probably work for Deja Boo if you eat black jelly beans. Like I won't hang out with you, but you're a special person if you do that. So what's Halloween going to look like this year? That's a great question. I wish I had a crystal ball and could tell. It seems like things are starting to open up depending on what state you're in. We're in Massachusetts. I've seen a lot of people kind of gathering now without masks, a lot of people getting vaccinated up here. I think we're at something like in the low 40s percent-wise to immunity. So I'm hoping that by Halloween time, pretty much everything will be back to quote unquote normal, whatever that's going to mean. Haunted houses, haunted attractions, trick-or-treating, parties. I expect that stuff to all be on, and I really hope that's the way it's going to play out because, last year was just really difficult for everyone. Remake Spasm on channel. That's funny that you say that because Spasm was really one of my original favorite props. Jordu sculpted that for us. And the way it was done with the facial expression that he has and his eyes kind of looking up and to his right was just really wild and different for the time. And then when we animated him, that took it to a whole new level. I remember when we first showed that to the spirit buyer, they didn't even really know what to think of it. The buyer at the time didn't even really like it. As time progressed, they became one of the leaders in the world with animated props. And that was kind of like one of the impetuses for them to get involved in that category. So we were just kind of like right on the beginning cusp of when all that stuff took off. That was like 2003, 2004, 2005, timeframes like that. But yeah, I mean, I think you guys might have seen too. I think I have a picture of it around here. We're kind of recreating like a Son of Spasm as a mask. So maybe that'll be his name. What do you guys think about that? So this guy right here, Son of Spasm, potentially. Yep, Demon Trance would be awesome. And Spasm Mask for sure. Son of Spasm, right? Spaz Jr. or Spaz 2, which comically like turned into that meme for the Russian sleep experiment. I don't know, somebody got their hands on that picture. They kind of photoshopped it and made it into like a creepypasta, I guess, or a meme or whatever the heck that was. Would you consider making any zombie babies? Yes, that's a resounding yes. We love babies. I think it's, that whole category has been kind of overplayed over the years. There's probably like 100 different styles of zombie babies, but maybe there's room for 101. We'll look into that. Maybe we'll do a different spin on it. My reaction to when I saw that Spasm became a creepypasta. Yeah, I loved it. I think it's awesome. I think it, created some really fun entertainment for people. And also, made Spasm even more popular than he was already. So, maybe we can kind of go back and revisit that with a new product line. Face Ripper Bride mask, or even maybe a remake of her. Yeah, so what's the deal with Face Ripper Bride? Why does everybody love Face Ripper Bride? That was kind of a cool concept at the time, to have, the one face and then the face rips off as she kind of came back. You guys probably know better than I do. I forget if that was actually ever made in volume or if that was just a prototype. And the Wacko Jacko creepypasta, yeah, that's another Jordu work. The story about Wacko Jacko was actually, I was looking through a book of Jordu's creations, and he had already had sculpted that. And what was cool about that is he had a range of different faces for Wacko Jacko. And it went from like kind of like normal all the way down to like really decrepit and creepy. So we kind of picked a version of him in the middle, where it's still kind of like somewhat normal, but somewhat super creepy too, with that nose and those lips and those eyes. Just really disturbing mask. And I think like down in Mexico, I think that's like a huge thing still. And I think people still buy that mask. Granted, it's, kind of out the back door of the factory or whatever, but yeah, so that's something to keep in mind, or it's a good story that we had with regard to that. Yeah, more scary versions of celebrities like Wacko Jacko. I agree with that. I think that would be really fun. We just have to find the right ones that are kind of timely and in the news. And the gory bride, yes. Okay. So just to get to some more questions, and thank you to Alex and Mitch for staying in the chat with us and helping answer some of the questions and keep along with the live chat. We're about 15 minutes in, and glad to see all you guys here. The brain popper type props from 09 were released. I know they were at Halloween Outlet, but that's obvious. Yeah, so yeah, we did sculpt kind of like a human head that had like a little brain that popped out the top. I don't think that ever made it into production, but we did spend a lot of time and a decent amount of money on developing that item. Yeah, it was a cool prop. I think we only made one, and we probably sold it in the Halloween Outlet as a prototype. Oh, thanks for the support, Alex. Appreciate that. So yeah, so all the old stuff is iconic to you guys, and we appreciate that, and we love that. One of the goals with the news site is to make some even more kind of cool, iconic items for the next generation of haunters. We want to continue to roll out some great products. Right now, I think we have probably 4 to 6 completed products that are actually already available for sale. In the works, there's probably another 10 right now, which we hope to launch by Halloween. So you should actually be able to purchase these products probably sometime August, September, the latest. And then, obviously once you get into a routine of developing, that really never ends. You just keep developing product and launching it as it comes available. So hopefully we'll get into a groove where like every month we're releasing new items, which will be really fun. Yeah. So Ascend. So you said unique jump scare props. That would be cool. So one of the things I want to do with the video channel is kind of like create products and create scenes or jump scare scenes that you can recreate at home, right? So kind of create a mask or a prop or some type of display that will allow you to create something for your home haunt that will be like a really good jump scare. So it's not only a product, but it's going to incorporate like a theme as well that will actually work as something that you can scare trick-or-treaters with, scare your sister with, or whatever you want to do. So you might see some stuff coming out with that. And gory props, yeah. You know, back in the day, a long time ago, I'd say in the 90s, probably before most of you guys were born, there was a guy that did some really cool, gory, like female, partially clothed props that was kind of way ahead of its time. That stuff is out there now, but back in the 90s, that was like really wild. And people didn't even buy the stuff because it was so kind of realistic and creepy and kind of like taboo. But, you know, we like the gory world. We might go down that road as well. That sounds like a lot of fun. I'll just reading some of these posts in the live chat. Let's see. Yeah, the old prototypes, for sure. Those we did a lot of things. Like it's funny, and I've explained this to some of you guys in the past. I think we created a lot of prototypes that never made it to market just because the buyers didn't think they were cool. I thought they were cool. A lot of you guys thought they were cool. Maybe it's something that we can revisit and take a look at some of those concepts from the past and see if we can re-release or kind of modify to make those items new and different, which I think would be a lot of fun. One thing I want to kind of like let you guys know about is, so, you know, obviously we're known for kind of like creating our own special items, but from time to time, we'll also like discover cool products that we'll bring into the Deja Boo site. And one of those is that really wild LED mask, programmable LED mask that you guys may have seen a little bit of. That's pretty cool. It's like totally different technology. I think you can even program your own graphics inside that pretty easily to create your own mask. And that's something that we'll probably be having a YouTube video coming out on soon. So keep an eye out for that on Fridays. I think the guys were shooting something with that today. So make sure you keep checking in, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and stay in touch with us there, as well as on the Deja Boo Instagram, which Alex is running right now. I think Alex is looking to get somebody like a content manager for that. So that might be available too, something to think about. Let's see. Personal favorite mask prop design that you've made so far for Deja Boo. I think Skeezy for at this point is like number one. With the tongue, the clown with the tongue. Of course, we all love clowns, and I don't think you could ever make too many scary clowns. So that guy's doing really well for us, especially on our Amazon store right now. And hopefully, you know, with the launch of the new Deja Boo site, he'll do well for us there as too. Would we do some booths in the future? Haunt Channel wants to know. Yeah, for sure. Back in the day, we did some crazy booths. We did the giant ice cream stand. We did a booth with like 10 or 12 girls, like zombie girls on roller skates, taking care of the customers as they went through. We did some fun stuff back in the day. And hopefully we can kind of revisit some of those concepts and do some more fun stuff in the future as kind of people get over the pandemic here and get back out into the real world doing some trade shows. But we find like things like this, especially with the uh, YouTube lives, YouTube channel, Instagram, we can kind of almost recreate a lot of that digitally without having to be in person. But if there's any shows that you think would be good for us to go to in the future, let us know. And hopefully we can meet up and see you guys out there in person at some point. Someone asked a question here on my list. Do you think you guys will ever open an actual store? I'm sorry to say that we probably, for the foreseeable future, I don't see us ever opening up like a real physical location. And really, what that boils down to is, we love Halloween all year long, but most people are just into Halloween for a couple months. So to have a year-round store is really difficult because you have to, financially, you have to pay the rent 12 months out of the year, but it's only really busy for 2 months. Unless we did some type of like pop-up store, which, that could be something. I'd love to hear suggestions on where you think that might work or where it would be cool to have a pop-up store. So that's something to think about maybe for the future. But right now, we're going to focus on the website, on the new Deja Boo e-commerce site. We're going to focus on our social media channels, including YouTube and Instagram. And I think even Alex could probably answer this better than I could, but I think we're going to do a TikTok channel at some point soon. So keep an eye on that. Ascend. It would be cool if there were props that extended their hands or bodies longer, so it looked like the animatronic is growing. Yes, that sounds really cool and wild. You're a sick person, Ascend. Thank you for thinking about that. That's right up our alley, something that we would love to try and do. That would be interesting to figure out how it would work technically, but it's something that could be done. Like, if you put your mind to it, you can do pretty much anything you want. Let's see. Mark, by any chance you have a vid of the animated Halloween Outlet pumpkin greeter with the 3 legs somewhere? That vid should probably be somewhere on YouTube, but I probably have it somewhere like in my personal pictures in videos. I can look for that at some point. Maybe we'll post this compilation of some old video on the YouTube channel for you guys to check out. I think that prop was bought by a haunt up in New Hampshire, and I think it was used in the Adam Sandler movie, the Halloween movie. So that was really fun. You might be able to see it there. I know the giant like pumpkin that we had that you walk through its mouth was in that movie as well. Just looking through the questions. Yeah, so someone asked how much longer do I think till we start making some life-size animated props? I think it's going to be a little ways off. I think we kind of want to get to the point where we have probably about 100 masks, and then we'll go into making some static props, and then we'll go into making some animated props over time. Because the animated props are really expensive to prototype. So you have to have a lot of capital to do the prototypes on those and create the molds for all the animation. So that's something that we'll do, but it's not going to be for a little bit still. So, keep the concepts coming. If you guys have ideas of stuff that you want us to go for, and what we'll do is we'll probably narrow it down to like 5 or 10 concepts, and then we'll put it out to you guys and see which one you want us to make first. And then we'll go forward with that. But that's probably not going to be till, next year at some point. We're not there right now. Yeah, Hubie Halloween Prowler. That's what it was in. Yep. 2 of the animated pumpkins. Yeah. So Distortions actually made those for us. That was based on the Halloween Outlet logo pumpkin. And I think they actually made 3 of them, but I could be mistaken. I know one was sold at one point. One was in the store. And then after the store closed, I think someone else bought it. Farting Fatty. I think that's absolutely comical. And gross. Cool. So I think at this point we're gonna start to wind down. Maybe do another couple minutes. If you guys have any more questions for me, let me know. Again, please check out the new store. Well, let's see. I think Alex is sending me a message here on my phone. What is Alex saying? Okay, so Alex is down for the pop-up stores. So you guys got him excited about that. So he's like, he wants to do those. So that could be something. Oh, in the Haunt Club, yes. So right now we're kind of like bringing back the Haunt Club as an email. So you can sign up, get your email into the Deja Boo site. There's the Haunt Club there. It's free. We'll send you messages, launches, product launches, discounts, coupons, creepy surprises, things like that. So please head over to that site and enter your email there at dejaboo.store. You can see the link in the description, in the chat box, and go sign up your email there. Oh, actually, you guys, I haven't had a chance yet to mail out. I know some of you guys on the Instagram chat. I was going to send you guys some of the Skeezy neck gaiters, so I have them right here. These will be going out this week to the guys that emailed me and sent me your address. So there it is right there. You guys will be getting those in the mail soon. Once I have 3 seconds to actually make up some envelopes and send them out. Yeah, probably. They came out really good. I want to do more of these in the future. Very simple product to make. It's just like a regular fabric neck gaiter, but we're making them with our characters on it. Oh, and this is something I wanted you guys to check out too. So I know you've been checking out the work that we've been doing with the alien mask that Jordy made for us. So here he is. Here's one of the designs. So this is what we call like a paint master. So this will be sent off to the factory to match up the paint. You can kind of see the detail of the ears and the veins and the eyes and the mouth detail. Give him a little kiss. So that's the alien mask. And then this is what they'll make the mold off of. So this is the foam master. So you can see my dog doesn't like it. So you can see that this is the master that they'll make the mold off of. So yeah, the alien mask is huge. I mean, this one, let me just measure this guy. So this guy is, from the top of his head to his shoulders, is probably about 14 inches tall. So he's really big. And just his face alone, his head alone, is probably about 11 inches. Now, we always make them a little bit bigger for the original sculpt because once we go into mass production, they kind of tend to shrink down a little bit. And you can always scale it down. You can never scale it back up. So that's why we kind of go and do that. Okay, so Alex wants to share something today. He just sent me a message. Yes, the dog is scared of the mask for sure. That's Vera, the pug. She's our haunted pug. And she drives me nuts sometimes, but she's a good dog. So Alex wants to share a video real quick of a preview of the LED mask video that we shot today. So we're going to do that on the live now. So I'm glad you guys have subscribed here. I think Alex is going to try and jump into the chat Oh, with a photo. Okay. Yeah. So there's the picture on Google Drive. So check that out. I'm going to check it out myself because I haven't even seen it. Okay, that's creepy as hell. I just had to click off that because I got afraid. Yeah, so that's awesome. Thank you, Alex, for sharing that on the Google Drive link. If you guys click that, you can see what we're talking about. I think Mitch was out all day shooting with that mask, so there'll be some awesome content forthwith on the YouTube channel for that item. Mitch G Films, the man, the myth, the legend. Mitch, you went to an abandoned train tunnel. You know, that's dedication to the craft for sure, because I don't know if anyone even knew you were there today. And if something had happened to you, we may have never found you again. That could have been the end of Mitch G. But thank God you're alive and here today to tell us the story of the abandoned train tunnel. I can't wait to see the video you guys shot and what you produce with it. I think it's going to be awesome. And don't forget, if you guys like it and you like the mask, go to the store and order it. Keep in mind that whatever we make for the store, a big chunk of that is going to go right back into making bigger and better things. So if you want to see animated props come out from Deja Boo, support the store, support our channel, support the brand, and you know, and we'll go forward because it's not a lack of ideas. I mean, we have so many ideas. It's just the resources and the time that it takes to do all this stuff. So yeah. Mark, do you remember the rotating rodeo clown prop that was in the Halloween Outlet test your luck booth in 2013? I would actually have to talk to my sister about that, or Rochelle. Those guys probably have a better idea. Thank you, PropX. Yes, it's going to be good. Animated props, pixelated pumpkin. Don't worry, they will be coming. We have some great concepts for that. You know, I really want to make some of that stuff in the United States. I think American made is really important, especially, you know, after we just went through to support people in our country, support workers in our country. So, yeah, I think that's where it's going to be at in the future for us. So we're getting towards the end of it now. I think we've been here for about 33 minutes. We'll take maybe one last question, and then I'm going to jet and get back to the drawing board, follow up with Alex and Mitch, see where we're going to go for this week, and we'll have some more content and more stuff coming out for you guys really soon. Oh, and I'm getting a text here from Alex. He wants me to mention something. We're running 2 promotions. One for the alien mask if you use code area 51 on the site, and another for all the exclusive pre-order masks that are automatic. So if you go on the site and you pre-order a mask today, you're going to get it for the best price you can. So keep that in mind. If you really love the alien mask, check that out. BTRS, glad you can join us. You're late. Where have you been? You missed it all, but you can play it back. If you have a question, ask it now, because I'm going to get off live in about 2 seconds. But I'm glad you showed up and made it. Thank you guys again, everyone that joined the chat today. We really appreciate it, and we hope to talk to you guys soon. We'll see you guys on Instagram, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'll do the best I can to answer them. If you have any ideas, BTRS wants to know, we'll be remaking any old Morbid props. In different ways, we may. Yes, is the answer to that. Thanks, Ascend. I'm glad you liked the stream. We'll do it again in the future. And that's pretty much it for today. So again, thank you guys so much for all your support. Check out the store. Sign up for our emails. We're going to be going to Transworld, so check that out. Animated life-size stuff, BTRS. You know, the more support we get from you guys, the more opportunity we'll have to make those things because they are expensive to make. So spread the word of the new site. Get people invested and interested in what we're doing on Deja Boo. We'll be at Transworld with some video, live, hopefully a live stream. So we'll be able to answer a lot of questions there and ask questions for you guys. Product line, clothing line coming out. So that'll be available at some point. And you know, we're just marching towards Halloween. We're just past halfway to Halloween. So we're looking forward to a great 2021. I think a lot of people are excited because they've just been so pent up, not having Halloween really too much last year. So I think it's going to be a great season, and we'll be working all summer really hard to kind of make that happen. Or be a part of it. So again, we appreciate you guys, and we'll talk soon. Happy Halloween.